Welcome back to Travel with Ian. As promised, I told you guys I was going to do a video with my friend here who's in the Coast Guard program, so we can talk to y'all about it, right? So you guys have much more information if you guys are interested in joining the Coast Guard program to get your flight training paid for, or even just get your tuition paid for and go to school for free. Right? He's in the program. As far as I know, he likes it. So let's get into it after this short introduction. So let's get into this. Do you mind introducing yourself?
So my name is Mekhi Howard. I'm an aviation major at Delaware State. I'm also a junior, and I'm a proud member of the United States Coast Guard, and I'm a part of the CSPI Program, which stands for College Student Pre-Commissioning Initiative. And this program pays for all tuition, costs, and fees.
Oh, must be nice. So let's get it started. What made you, or why did you join the Coast Guard?
So I was doing a little bit of research before I got into Del State, and I saw something about CSPI, and I wasn't really sure about the military, but it kind of had a little light about it. So I actually knew somebody outside of Del State who was in the CSPI program, and they were pretty much just chatting me up like, yeah man, you should definitely join. So I was like, okay, I'll look into it. But the thing was, like, you can't join the program until your sophomore year. So that's what I was just kind of holding off about it. Freshman year came, and we had a class for our university seminar. We had a guest speaker who was actually in the CSPI program, and they were just talking about all the benefits of it and just what you get out of the program. And then that's when that kind of really clicked for me. And I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna actually just take advantage of this opportunity.
That's fantastic. I remember telling you guys, this is some of the things I wish I knew before I got to Delaware State. Initially when I came to Delaware State, this wasn't even a thing. Not that I recall, or maybe I just didn't know. Because if I knew, I probably would have done the same thing, because I joined the National Guard, so I have no problem with the military. But with that being said, so how is the process as far as joining? So if I was the sophomore at the moment, what do I have to do in order to join the Coast Guard program, or some of the eligibility requirements?
Okay, so it all started in August, beginning of my sophomore year, when you gotta make that phone call to the recruiter. It all starts with the phone call. So I was just like, hey, I'm interested in your CSPI program, and can we get going from there? And that's kind of how it all got started. And then there's just like a whole checklist that you got to get done that goes with medical records. It goes into just getting your school documents all situated, and that takes about maybe a couple of months. Just depends on you though, as fast as you want to get those papers handled. If you work slow, it may take you a while, but there is a checklist and a deadline for all these things, so you'll get it done, it's on your pace.
Okay. So you joined the program, I believe you went to basic training. You got out. So now, because we do flight training, I know there's a difference between the CSPI program and then there's another program called the Wi-Fi. So how does that work? Am I guaranteed a spot into the Wi-Fi when I join CSPI, or what? How does that go about it?
So the way the Wi-Fi program works, CSPI is basically a prerequisite. In order to get into the Wi-Fi program, you can't join Wi-Fi unless you're in CSPI. And these acronyms kind of like...
Oh yeah, and what is Wi-Fi?
So Wi-Fi stands for the Wilkes Flight Initiative Flight Program. I said it wrong. Wilkes Flight Initiative Program.
Okay.
Which is basically their flight training program for CSPI members to join. And this program, once you apply for it and get accepted to it, you are guaranteed a flight spot into their flight training. Most, as like the regular way, most people have to become an officer first, and then they have to compete for a flight spot. And then that's when they will find out if they get accepted into the flight training program. But once you go through CSPI, you apply through Wi-Fi, it's guaranteed. So that's just the good thing about being in CSPI program. You get that guaranteed spot once you're accepted in the Wi-Fi.
Okay. So about the commitment, so how many years do you have to do if you join the Wi-Fi program, and what if you don't get accepted to the program? How many years do you have to commit to the Coast Guard with just the CSPI program?
Okay, so to start out with the CSPI program, you get a guaranteed of up to 2 years of your tuition and costs and fees. That's all paid for. So it's up to 2 years for that. And then once you graduate, you'll go away to officer school. So once you go to officer school, you'll get a new contract, which is 3 years. 3 years, not that much really. So yeah, you get 3 years. And then to go back into the Wi-Fi program, when you're in CSPI and then you're in your senior year of college, that's when you apply for the Wi-Fi program, and then you find out once you get accepted into that once you get accepted in the Wi-Fi program, if you're going to flight training or not after officer school. So you still have to go to officer school regardless.
Okay.
But the flight program just gives you that guaranteed flight training spot after officer school. So if you get accepted in the Wi-Fi, that will add an additional 8 years into your commitment. So it just all depends on if you want to be a pilot or not.
Okay, that makes sense. So if I do the pilot program after I finish officer school, it's 8 years. And if I just do the CSPI program, so it's 4 years minimum or 3 years minimum. You said I have to do. Okay, it doesn't sound that bad. So you have to commit to the Coast Guard and stuff of that nature. So far, what do you do in between? So I know you went to basic training.
Yes.
After basic training, now you're out, but you have to wait until you graduate to go to officer school. So what do you do in between for the Guard?
So as of today, I get paid as my first priority to be a full-time student. And then my second priority is just to stay military ready. So basically just working out on my own time, making sure I'm still like passing physical fitness standards and all that good stuff. Third priority would just be to recruit. I'm basically here to bring in another me for next year. And then fourth is just to work on my professional development. So that's like the 4 main things that they want us to work on in the CSPI program. So as of now, I work at the my local recruiting office. So as a Delaware State student, the closest recruiting office to Dover is in Baltimore, Maryland. So I work there. After boot camp was when I was working at the recruiting office all summer, basically just 9 to 5, real calm, nothing crazy. And then you go away to school, you're a full-time student, and that's when you do most of your recruiting at school. COVID did change a lot of things, so this video should help a lot get the word out since recruiting kind of lessened a little bit. But yeah, so basically full-time student, and here and there at the recruiting office is doing some recruiting up until the summer. So next summer coming up is when we would do some operational training. We'll get some some hands-on work at a unit, wherever, most likely a local unit, whatever unit I guess you want to go to. And then after, we'll go back to school in the fall, and then spring, and then winter will come, and then that's when hopefully you go away to officer candidate school. It's like a short timeline of what happens in CSPI up until you graduate.
Okay. So it's like I wouldn't say not much, you know, you definitely got stuff you gotta do. But I mean, it's worth it. I mean, you get paid for it. You know, it's a calm check. We're not gonna ask him how much you get paid.
I mean, it depends on where you're located at. So like,
but you get what's the like? If we're talking about pay scale, you get
on a salary.
Yeah,
like
you get
based off salary. Yeah, based off salary, it would be an estimated of up to $3,600 a month. So, which is better than the average college student.
Yeah, than the average college student for sure. Make $3,600 a month.
So that's good. And then you go into what is it? You go into your senior year, you get that pay raise. It's about maybe $4,300 a month. So you get that increase. I mean, numbers sound good, right?
It does sound good. $3,600 a month.
Yeah.
Junior year, and then 43.
And then on top of that, you're getting all your flight labs paid for, tuition,
paid for,
and books and all that good stuff. All paid for.
So they pay for everything, and they pay you.
The catch is you have to have a 2.5 GPA, which is like super easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
So as far as so far, what I'm getting is all pros, no con. The only thing that was, I guess, stop somebody from joining, maybe if they don't want to commit the 8 years, or if they just not okay with doing the military side of things. But so beside that, it's all pros for along in here.
That's what got me in here. Basically, I didn't really see any negatives in this whole entire program. I mean, I want to be a pilot, so I was like, I'm going to be flying for 8 years, or at least working in the aviation field, or doing something I enjoy. So the 8 years didn't really make me reconsider my decision.
So let's talk about basic training. I think that's another thing a lot of people think about when they hear military. They think basic training, oh my God, boot camp. Oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. So how was your basic training experience?
So basic training experience is definitely something that was new to me. I didn't really know what I was about to get myself into. But at the end of the day, I made it out, and I feel like a new man today. So honestly, anybody can get through basic training.
I believe it.
It's not super crazy. I mean, if you watch videos, it's just 8 weeks. That's basically the video for Coast Guard boot camp. It's 100% like that, but it's not even it's hard and difficult, but it's nothing that you wouldn't be able to get yourself through if you just put your mind to it and think about those salaries that they about to give you. So
8 weeks, if you think about it, it's not that long. It's 2 months. Time fly by. You gotta do what you're told. I'm a National Guard. Went through Army basic training. I fought vetting. If you have any idea what that is, it's not that bad.
Also,
you can get through it.
When we were in boot camp, when I was in boot camp, I went to boot camp with 30 other people who were also in the CSPI program. So it was okay, just 2 months ago, I was just competing to get into this program with all these people, but now we're all together, about to graduate boot camp. So it's just pretty cool. You made new friends. You all are it's a national thing. So everybody from across the United States trying to join into the CSPI program. There's only about 30 of you guys. It's kind of a good feeling to make sure you get through boot camp just like everybody else.
That's facts. I think honestly, that's all I have. What's some of the plane the Coast Guard have?
So they have very limited aircraft, but they do have fixed wing aircraft, and then they do have rotorcrafts. So
you get to choose. How does that work? As far as the flight?
I hope you get to choose, because I want to choose. My goal is to fly fixed wing. I would like to fly the C-130. That's something I would like to have, fly one day. Yeah. They do have the HC-144, which is another twin engine, and then they have the HC-27 Spartan, which is another twin engine aircraft. Those are the more newer ones compared to the C-130, which is pretty old, but
pretty old, yeah.
It's a big old reliable plane right there.
And I don't old.
And then they have the 2 helicopters,
Yeah, they do have helicopters.
which is the Jayhawk, and then they have the Dolphin. So
Okay.
those are the
The
aircraft.
helicopter they have.
And then they do have one special aircraft for like government purposes, which is like the Gulfstream.
Oh,
Which man, that's very hard to get a slot in the Gulfstream.
everybody want to fly that one. So so as far as deployment, did the Coast Guard deploy?
So if you're not in the C-SPI program, straight out of boot camp, you go straight to a unit as an enlisted. So that's just pretty much how it goes. If you're in C-SPI program, you get deployed to college, basically, to finish your college degree. But yeah, after if you're not in this program and you're an enlisted personnel, you just go straight to your unit. That's
That's how it works. But like the Coast Guard don't really like deploy as far as like going overseas to like
and they do have a few overseas.
missions.
It's mainly like Guam, Puerto Rico, Bahrain. Those are like one of the most.
Yeah, because I know that's deployment is another reason. You know that's I know it stop a lot of people from doing the military. You know they watch military movies or all this other stuff, and they're like, gosh, I don't want to do the military. I don't want to be in Iraq, Afghanistan.
You won't be in Iraq in the Coast Guard.
So that's that's another thing. So if you think about Coast Guard, you know, like you just said, I guess they don't really go nowhere crazy. So that's another plus, you know, that was stopping you. Now it doesn't have to be that reason, right?
I would definitely recommend the Coast Guard over any military branch. As long as you're okay with water, that's all you gotta be okay with. Just gotta be cool with water. They'll teach you how to swim. Nothing crazy.
Okay, that's good. Honestly, I don't got nothing else for you. Anything you want to add? Oh,
no.
That's it. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I hope this helped answer some of your questions. You know, if you have any more in-depth question about the program, I'm gonna leave his Instagram in the bio.
Yep, Fly Like Kai.
Fly Like Kai, I'm gonna leave. It's gonna be up there. You guys can follow him. You know, ask him some questions in his DM, stuff of that nature. If you have any more questions, other than that, man, you know, follow, subscribe. More video coming soon. Next up, I'm gonna do a video with Zan, which is she's the lady in the aviation program here at DSU, and she's in ROTC. So I'm gonna do a video with her so she can give, you know, some information about ROTC and how, so you guys can see how it's different with the CSPI program. Maybe you would like ROTC better. So I'm gonna do that for you guys. Other than that, that's all I got. Subscribe, like, comment, try within. I hope this helps. That's all I got. Let's go.
All right.